5 mistakes you must avoid when it comes to scripting and the law of attraction. Guys, in this video, I'm going to uncover for you the most common mistakes that people make when scripting. A lot of people think that, oh, scripting for law of attraction, I know how to do that. Get my journal out, write what I want, and then put it to one side, and then that's it. Actually, there's a lot more to it because everything is about vibration. Remember, law of attraction is vibration attracting vibration. So how do you actually implement it? We're going to uncover it in this video. But before we get into it, show reel. Hit it. What's up guys, this is Sri Akarshana here, namaste to all of you, and in this video we're going to uncover the 5 common mistakes that people make when it comes to scripting and the law of attraction. Okay, so we're going to dive deep into it with the first point. So the first thing that I see with a lot of people is that they are very indecisive. Okay, so when it comes to the law of attraction, you need to understand that clarity is key here. So you can't just be like, okay, I kind of want this and I kind of want that. I kind of want this and I kind of want that. And I kind of want this type of relationship and kind of want that type of relationship. I think this job will work, that job will work, and the other job will work. Or this type of business or this type of financial will work. And if it's like kind of not this, not that, what will happen is that is not absolute alignment, because your key in law of attraction and manifestation is to get into absolute alignment. When you are in absolute alignment, what will happen is things will manifest very quickly. But when you are indecisive, thinking maybe this, maybe that, that is chaos stage. And when in chaos stage, that is chaos vibration, because you are unsure, it's all maybes, and what will happen is you will manifest a lot of maybes into your life, right? And what you're looking for is you're looking to manifest exactly what you want. So the first common mistake people make is being indecisive. What my mentors taught me many years ago was, you know, it's not about making the right decision in life. A lot of people, they always try to make the right decision. Is this going to be right if I take this path? Is it going to be wrong if I do that path? Actually, what he said is, it's your ability to make a decision, be decisive, and commit to that decision, and make that decision the right decision. Always understand that. With every decision, make sure it's the right decision. And how do you do it? You pursue the decision, take massive action, keep your head held up high, and then make sure it was the right one. Get the result that you want. Okay. Now, moving on to the second mistake that a lot of people make is when it comes to being vague, meaning that I don't know if you've had this before. So you're thinking, I want to attract the perfect girl or the perfect boy or whatever into your life, right? And then so in your journal or in your mind or when you speak to your friends, you tell them, you say, hey, I want to manifest a person that is like this. Then so you give some sort of specification. Maybe they can cook, they are good looking, they do a particular profession or whatever, right? So you say those things. And then what happens is, for some reason, like literally, if you track back on the people you've manifested into your life so far, right? You think back and you think, wait there a second. Yes, I thought about that and I manifested exactly what I wanted. However, your question is, why did it not work out, right? Why did it not work out? And it's most likely because they had a huge list of things that you didn't want and you never thought about before. So that's why it's very, very important. The second thing is to be specific, right? Be specific. Think of every area of the thing that you want to manifest. So let's say, for example, if you want to manifest a job, then when you're scripting, then it's very important to write down, what is the pay? What is the job? When are you going to get the job? How long are you going to be at the job for? What is your boss going to be like? What's your manager going to be like? What's your colleagues going to be like? Like, see the full picture, right? Have absolute clarity and be specific and have all the details there. If you're going to manifest the love of your life, for example, aside from just appearance, aside from just occupation, right? Maybe everything else needs to be manifested as well. So we need to consider these things. Consider, okay, maybe even just wealth and abundance. Maybe it's going to be more comfortable to manifest somebody who has everything that you want and they don't need to worry about money as well, right? Because if every single day you're scratching your head worrying about money, that's not a good thing either. You can't stay in high vibrational frequency, right? Maybe there's a lot of different things. So in personality traits, think of everything and write everything down. Okay, so make sure you're not vague there. Now, the third thing when it comes to scripting, the third common mistake, right, is scarcity vibration. What does that mean? It means this. A lot of the time, people, when they're scripting, they are writing down, it's almost like writing down your Christmas list for Santa Claus. It's like, I wish these things will happen in my life, right? Or it's like writing your shopping list. When you are journaling or when you are scripting, you shouldn't be writing as if you don't have any of these things and you are really in desperate need for these things. I really, really hope this will come true, right? That should not be the thought. Because again, I'll say this again and again and again until it's logged into that subconscious mind. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. So you gotta become the vibration that you have already, right? And so you need to see everything as if it's there already. So when you are scripting, when you are writing down, when in your visual, in your feelings, you should be feeling ownership of that thing already. Not the lack of and the wanting of. So not the desire of, but that I already feel I already have. What I write down is already done. So this should be what's happening in thought and feeling while you are doing the scripting. Then comes on to the fourth thing, which is no date stamp. Right? This is an extremely, extremely important one. And this is what actually, if you script something and you say, hey, this is what I want to attract, but there's no date stamp on it, the universe doesn't know when you want it. You don't even know when you want it. So the universe is kind of like, okay, I'll give you it when you are 75 years old, right? So make sure to put a date stamp on it. That's why when you watch the movie The Secret, it will show the magic check. I don't know if you remember that scene where you write a check and then you also need to date stamp it. When are you going to receive that check? Let me tell you a really, really weird thing, right? And those of you who have skeptical minds will never believe this, but regardless whether you believe it or not, it happened, right? So before I became financially free and bought my first Aston Martin and yacht and all this type of stuff, I remember I actually watched The Secret and I remember actually printing out that magic check. And when I print out that magic check and I wrote down for myself, I want to make, I think it was 5 million pounds, and then I put a date on it. And actually I put it on my vision board. And I remember putting it on my vision board, I actually left it there, I forgot about it. And it wasn't recently, I actually created a video on this. And when I found it, it was in the attic. And when I found it, it was covered in dust. And when I opened it, I was like, oh my God. I said, I wrote this amount and I wrote this date. And that is the exact date that I started. And I didn't even know. I started my steel business. And that's when we got our first big international deal in, where I became financially free. That was when I was 24, 25. And it's so weird how these things happen. But another thing, and the reason why I actually made that check in the first place, because I read one of Bruce Lee's biographies. And Bruce Lee said because a lot of people didn't want him to be in movies, because back then Chinese didn't really get Hollywood movies or anything, right? And then he decided that he was going to direct his own movie. But it was actually a year before he directed his first movie where it grossed like millions of dollars. He actually did exactly the same thing because he was a fan of people like Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich. And it was all these philosophies he used to apply. And he wrote himself a check for $1 million and he date stamped it 1 year later. And that was the exact same time that his movie actually aired internationally, and then it grossed these millions of dollars. So it's a fascinating thing, but make sure to date stamp everything that you want to manifest. Put the date of when you want it to materialize into reality. Now, moving on to the final thing, which is probably the most important thing when it comes to speeding up your scripting, speeding up the law of attraction. And you've heard this word before, and I've said it time and time again, and the word is emotion. Because emotion is energy in motion. If you want to speed up the energy that's attracting, the higher the emotion, the faster the result. This is actually like to people who are thinking, oh, law of attraction, some woo-woo crazy thing. I understand the skepticism there, but it's actually very practical if you think about it. Think about, let's say, for example, one person can say, I hate my job, I want to leave. And you can keep saying that for many, 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 many years. I hate my job, I'm sick of it, I want to leave. But think about it. When does a person actually leave? The person actually doesn't get their ass moving, doesn't leave. So it doesn't manifest into reality until their emotions are high. Is that not right? Think about it, right? The boss just said something, it pissed you off, and you're like, I'm out, right? Or suddenly you got an emotional drive to do something, pursue a different path, right? You get so emotional about it, you do something about it because emotion is energy in motion. Think about it. All the times you procrastinate, you're lying in bed, you're like, I don't want to wake up to today. It's because you're not emotionally attached to anything. When you're emotionally attached or even emotionally in love, that's why some people, they say, there's a saying that says lost in love. Because sometimes you're so much in love, emotions are so high, you start doing all crazy shit, right? And so that's why emotion is energy in motion. That is on a physical reality explanation, just to attack your skeptical mind. But then you need to understand emotion. When you're emotional about something, vibrations go faster, right? The vibration is like this. And bigger vibrations will attract the vibration faster. That's how it works. And that's why when it comes to scripting, don't just be like, yeah, $1 million. Yeah, girl of my dreams. Okay, done. Put the book away, done. No, when you are writing, feel, right? You don't attract what you write. You attract what you feel. When you feel it, the more you feel it and the more you amplify emotion while you are scripting, the faster your manifestation will become. Guys, I hope this video helped you guys out. If you got anything out of it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, comment below. Let us know your experience of all of this. And also let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know, especially when everybody's on lockdown right now. I think when it isn't on lockdown, maybe I'll see some of the countries and cities, and maybe we'll come to one of your cities and we'll do some meet and greet gathering. That'll be really fun. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, I'm signing out. Namaste. Ciao.